Well, here we go. I'm about to put out the numbers, just like we always do. Men lie, women lie, numbers definitely do not. So we're about to look at the numbers today to compare some things right here. As you can see on the screen, I already got Carmelita Jeter, Shelly Ann Fraser Price. I'm going to use that as the case study right here. I could have put in a lot of other women, and I'm keeping it down to the 100 meters because that's the, the Supreme Star event. Allison Felix would just obliterate everybody because she's done so many events and everything like that. If you put her name in there, it's not even close for anybody, including Sha'Carri Richardson. But before we get into that, today's topic, as I said, Sha'Carri got a secret, but will it play out? Y'all see the title? What Sha'Carri stole from the Jamaicans to deliver it to the USA. ... Maybe. This is hashtag Team USA Day. But anyway, before we get into today's topic, y'all know what to do. Drop the like button, a blessing. Subscribe as always. Stay rich. And remember, you're watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. Thank you everybody for coming out. Y'all would not know that I got a temperature going up, going crazy right now. And I'm right here. I actually probably should be near a hospital, but we're going to be doing this because I have it scheduled. So I'm going to follow through with this schedule. I had to delay it by 15 minutes. Thank you guys for coming out today. I'm going to let you guys trickle in. But before that, look, long story short, if you see these search results, Shelly Ann Fraser Price, this is going back to 2004 until present. Shelly Ann Fraser Price is in red. Carmelita Jeter is in blue. Remember, she got injured leading up to the Rio Olympics, so she didn't really compete in that. She retired in 2017. So, of course, there's going to be more search results. But, of course, when they run fast times and, Americans are doing something, then the results will go up. Remember, what I'm looking at right now are the United States. Right now, I'm looking at the United States. People got questions about Richardson here. Now, the reason why I say maybe on this, I got to set the stage. Look at the trends. These are Google trends, right? Google's the number one. You got the lion's share of all the search results. Then you got like Bing or something like that. Yahoo actually was number 2 for a long time during this time. But we're going to go with Google. They got so much of the search results here, right? Okay, and then if we put Baidu for China, but we're doing English speaking and making it easy for this, simple. Okay, it would appear that Shelly Ann Fraser Price, Carmelita Jeter, neck and neck, but really, Shelly Ann Fraser Price got more search results. And again, this is in the United States. Now, let's flip this over to worldwide and see what happens to these numbers and see if they change a little bit. Not even close. Because people keep saying, well, if you're in the United States, you get more publication and all of this. No. People worldwide are respecting Shelly Ann Fraser Price. You realize that there's more than the United States. Yes, United States maybe has the largest economy, number 2 or number 1, given the year with China. But the largest economy in the world. But that don't mean that these athletes don't just make money off of what's happening here in the United States. Remember, a lot of athletes actually go to Europe to make their money. So wouldn't it kind of skew more to be known? Wouldn't it be better for you to be known outside of the United States than it would be inside the United States? That's what I want to throw. So whether today's video gets a lot of views or a little bit less, I'm going to be beating this drum now because people keep putting false narratives. I make my living off of having to look at trends and numbers. And a lot of the trends and numbers that people say are completely, absolutely incorrect. The women are getting more attention than the men. No, not even close. That's why I don't think even men and women should be compared. And the reason being is because when you keep doing that, then you start getting all this little stuff that we get now with them trying to replace the women. Keep everybody in their categories. But the men are still getting way more attention. And that's partially because women watch men's sports, men watch men's sports, and women don't typically watch other women. Now, here's another one. Now, this is Elaine Thompson Hero. Now, I put the results here at first with Elaine Thompson because, remember, that was before she was married. Just like Shelly Ann Frazier, we could have went with that. But I kept it simple because it really didn't do that much difference, right? Elaine Thompson Hero didn't really start coming onto the scene big until 2015 when it came especially to the United States attention. Another myth that I want to dispel right now, that Shelly Ann Fraser Price never beats Elaine Thompson Hero if she's injury free. And as one of the subscribers pointed out, is that Shelly Ann Fraser Price has been injured just like Elaine Thompson Hero has been injured. And when you factor both of those in, Elaine Thompson Hero has only beat Shelly Ann Fraser Price one extra race than the other way around. So they're basically neck and neck with slight advantage to Elaine Thompson Hero if you factor in both of their injuries. So no, that's not even true. Once again, people just like push the narratives. They say, oh, forget Rio. Shelly Ann Fraser Price wasn't injured. Forget that she had a baby and then the next season she came back. That was still right after she had a baby and everything, and she wasn't fully there yet. Forget all of that. Elaine Thompson Hero always beats her. That type of thing. That's the narrative. So sticking back to the topic with Elaine Thompson Hero and Carmelita Jeter. So if Shelly Ann Fraser Price in the United States search results and then worldwide is getting more attention than Carmelita Jeter, I can put other athletes, Tori Bowie as well, Lauren Williams, because that went far enough back. I could put so many other people in the 100, and this is basically the same. I don't want to meander and take too long on this. So if we look at this, even when Elaine Thompson Hero came on the scene, that's right when Carmelita Jeter is going down. And the reason why I use Jeter is because she was the top American athlete and very consistently as well. Now we could put Marion Jones, but yeah. Okay, now let's put Sha'Carri Richardson. We got Sha'Carri Richardson with Elaine Thompson Hero, and I only put it from when she was active. So back in 2019, when she would have gotten more attention at the NCAAs. When you go back before that, she's a high schooler, but high schoolers really don't get as much attention here. Once again, this is in the United States. If you put this to Europe, worldwide, this doesn't really change that much. So I'm leaving this one on the United States. But to prove it to you, I will do this worldwide. Now, Sha'Carri Richardson is in the blue. So on this other one with Carmelita Jeter, she's in the blue. Sha'Carri Richardson is in the blue. Elaine Thompson Hero is in the red. Okay? Now we're going to get to Shelly Ann Fraser Price again. Shelly Ann Fraser Price is in the red. Carmelita Jeter's in the blue. Okay? Now, let's put Shelly Ann Fraser Price in this one. Okay. Now, looking at these numbers here, these are all the search results. Sha'Carri Richardson, Elaine Thompson Hero in the red, Shelly Ann Fraser Price in the yellow. Look at what this is right here. And this goes back to 2004 because I want this to be shown what the popularity is, right? Shelly Ann Fraser Price still got more attention in the search results comparatively than Elaine Thompson Hero as the double Olympic champion. Think about that in Rio. Think about in Rio that Elaine Thompson Hero is not getting any compared to what this is. If I take Sha'Carri Richardson out, you can see the number. It won't be 0. But compared to that, this is not on the radar. Abby Steiner's too new. She's not there. She's not even in the pros. So we're not including her in this. We're only including when they're there. When I included Sha'Carri Richardson, that's when she went pro, because she went pro right after college. So I'm including the pros only. NCAA get their things back and forth or whatever like that. We're keeping it on topic here. So What's happening with Sha'Carri Richardson? Well, she's stealing some of the thunder from the Jamaicans, and she hasn't even done an iota close to what Carmelita Jeter has done. Carmelita Jeter has run faster than her, right? Obviously, age to age, they haven't. Carmelita Jeter has won the world championships, has gotten silver at the Olympics, has set the world record as part of the 4x100 meter relay, so on and so forth. And Sha'Carri Richardson hasn't done any of that, but she has the star power. And here comes the assumption that I'm going to put here, right here. This may be controversial. She may even be able to take the world record. Because at this point, I'm thinking the world record is going to go to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price or Elaine Thompson-Herro. And then from that point, if Sha'Carri Richardson is doing what, and roll with me right here, if we are to believe Gatlin, what he's seeing in practice, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, Asafa Powell, I looked at some of his races yesterday. Asafa Powell could have broken 9-7 at least 3 or 4 times. He could have broken 9-7 3 or 4 times with as much as he jogged. So there we go. Now, let me put this in perspective here. This is the United States. This is the United States. Let's put this to worldwide, because you're looking at the U.S. and say, wow, Sha'Carri Richardson's blue is way bigger. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, now back in London 2012, because that's where this spike is, the search results are almost the same at the height of Sha'Carri Richardson. Obviously, it goes out of 100, but that means, however this algorithm is, the amount of people that searched here and the amount of people that searched here, I am assuming, I'm making an assumption here, although Google did change their analytics on the 1st of January of 2016. But if we were to put both of these together, then Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price has had similar search results in the past. Now, that was in London. London had the most viewed Olympics for an Olympic final out of all Olympics for Usain Bolt's 100-meter dash. Right? That was the most viewed. It had 1 billion viewers. That was the most out of any Olympics. In any event, in any sport. So, at one point. So, London had a boosted effect. Maybe because it was European, who knows. But regardless of that fact, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, if you look at over time, she's had a monstrous effect. Obviously, Sha'Carri Richardson got that boost because of the controversy that was surrounding her with the weed and everything like that. That's what it is. All right, you are removed. Goodbye. God's warrior, goodbye. I'm not even here to argue. If you want to be back in here when we have a call in the future, you can definitely call in, or you can hit my Cash App and put in the repair fee to be back in this chat. This is not a democracy here. So if you got that to say, you could have just disagreed with me instead of saying what you just said sideways. Go ahead. We don't need you here. Now, with that being said, nobody's living off of nobody's hype. All right. I'm covering all of these. I've barely done any videos. And if I want to cover Sha'Carri Richardson, I can cover Sha'Carri Richardson. If you got a problem, go make your own channel. And how about you put in the work and the research that I'm doing here? You put in the work and you go ahead and you try to grow some of the sport and attention there, like other people that are doing this. Whether they are doing stuff like Ray, he's doing an excellent job doing his stuff like an ESPN show. You got our 400 athletes doing that as well. You got people bringing in fans. You got all types of people doing this. How about you go and make a YouTube channel, or make an Instagram channel, or make your own website, and you put in the work and do that? I don't mind people disagreeing, but some of y'all talk crooked off of this. And this ain't even a video criticizing Sha'Carri Richardson. Asante said, what I miss. much as I dislike Carrie topics. Oh, I'm just saying some of the things here. It looks like a lot of people got their panties in a bunch because we just lost we just lost a quarter of the people that were listening. So good riddance to y'all. But anyway, with that being said, let me get back on topic here. Sha'Carri Richardson got the potential to steal away the thunder. This is what's happening here. This is coming under the assumption that she's like Joshua Cheptegei. She's like an Elaine Thompson-Herah. Remember Elaine Thompson-Herah? Let's look back at her career, right? She first broke 11 seconds in 2015, and she did it in a substantial way. If Sha'Carri Richardson is getting this much attention, whether by accident or on purpose, this is the potential that she got, and she's delivered it to the United States. This isn't somebody in Britain that has got this attention. This isn't somebody anywhere else. And here's another thing where people say, hey, the distance events can't do anything. Now, I can obviously find here, I did say earlier, don't compare the guys, but I just want to put this out because I was looking at Kipchoge compared to other people, and this will blow your mind, but it shouldn't blow your mind. Look at the interest, the search results in Eliud Kipchoge compared to everybody else. Way more power in the search results than Sha'Carri Richardson. Way more. So when it comes down to it, and you can look at his Instagram, he's got more Instagram people on his Instagram as well. So just keep that in mind. Because a lot of people got the illusion, once again, these are talking points, that distance events, distance athletes are not popular. No, that is wrong. I've been behind the scenes on some of this marketing stuff, and for some of these track meets, nah. So with that being said, Elaine Thompson-Herah, for years, other than the Olympics, she's been injured. She had in a time where she said, I don't know what went wrong. That was 2017, 2019. She was injured, all types of things in between. And then she came back for the Olympics. So now the word on the street is she's only good at the Olympics. Time will tell what happens this World Championships, right? Because word on the street is she's only good there. Okay. Compare that to Shelly Ann Fraser-Price. Oh, and by the way, when she was at the Olympics, wasn't she 21 years old? 21, 22. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price got her first Olympic gold at 21. Right? And it took Elaine Thompson-Herah so many years to come right back, to be able to come back on the top. She's, what, 29? Right? Let me look at this. Yes, 29 years old. 29 years old. Could be wrong about her age there. No, she was 23. So, yeah. Now, let's look at this. Let's look at Sha'Carri Richardson. She's 22 years old. Very similar age there. Can she come back this year? I might do that on another video. I got one more video covering Sha'Carri Richardson and some other athletes here, because I'm going to put it all together. I'll put a poll there on a future one. But yeah, Sha'Carri Richardson, Ferdinand, it's probably better you spell her name right, because some of these slight disrespects to athletes, I understand we called her Forrest Gump. That was because of what she was saying. Forrest Gump was because she was running so slow. I don't carry no disrespect for any of these athletes. If they start talking crap and they don't follow through, then I'm roasting them. That's just what happens. But here, let me give y'all this last thing here. This, I'll end off on here. Joshua Cheptegei. Remember Joshua Cheptegei, distance athlete. I'll bring up his profile here. He led off the start of the World Cross Country Championships. I know this will put some of y'all to sleep. He led off the World Cross Country Championships, and then this is what happened. He went from the lead, and here's his competitor, right? He went from the lead, and he was like about nearly 100 meters in the lead. And then the last 600 meters, the man fell apart. Oh, you mean on the general YouTube channel? Yeah, I got you. And then this is where he is. At home in Uganda, in front of his whole crowd, he went from the lead, 100 meters in the lead. The man got embarrassed. He finished 30th place. Barely could follow through. He was limping in. He was in the lead 100 meters for almost the entire 10,000 meters, all the way up to the last 600. He was leading. Then he comes through. He's barely able to run straight. Does this seem familiar? Sha'Carri Richardson can do that. She's 22 years old. If all of this is a perfect narrative, this is what she's going to steal from the Jamaicans. I'll say it again. She's going to steal the star power and the attention and therefore the money from the Jamaicans and bring it over to the United States. Because remember, if the money comes in, you said Allison Felix. Allison Felix is an overall sprinter athlete, and she kind of blows everybody out of the water, by the way. So that one's different. If we're talking about like 100-meter sprinters, because Allison Felix wasn't that good. Imagine if she could get good in the 100, then she would be probably much more money in her pocket than she has even now. Much more attention. But as we go here, if Sha'Carri Richardson brings back the publicity, she would be to the USA track and field that Carl Lewis was at the time here. That Michael Johnson, to a greater or lesser extent, was for USA track and field. And like it or not, people, that's just where it is. I see the trends. I see the numbers. I've proven this to you right now. All you got to do is go over to Google Trends. You could do worldwide or the United States. People have a fixation on the U.S. for whatever reason. Some people are fixated because you're right next to the U.S. Other people are fixated because the media has you fixated on it. I'm over here having a world view as somebody that's traveled to different places and looking at it like that. So when you put these worldwide, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is a loved and respected athlete worldwide. Her name pushes things. She only got temporarily overshadowed during the lead up to what winded up happening in the lead up to what happened last year. And if you look at the search results right here, I can't really place this. I can't really place it. Remember the race that was taking place at Prefontaine? Remember the race that took place in Prefontaine? Well, if you look at the results, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Elaine Thompson-Herah, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce still was beating out both Sha'Carri Richardson and Elaine Thompson-Herah. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce got more star power than both of them. Sha'Carri Richardson got the Twitter, Instagram potential. Remember, Twitter is not the world. Twitter influence or whatever doesn't necessarily translate. Look at the Black News Channel. They thought all these millions of followers or hundreds of thousands was going to follow them, and that thing went into the crapper for the people that pay attention to those things. They thought their influence on Twitter was going to do something. It's not. There are different things. People are actually searching for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, and they kept it up. It didn't matter that Sha'Carri Richardson temporarily was above them. But this shows the potential right here. If Sha'Carri Richardson actually wins, that's all she got to do. Win or get second or get third. And then, boom, off to the racers. That is what I'm going to say right here. And then she's going to take the world record. This is coming under the assumption that she's running as fast as what Justin Gatlin said. She's only at age 22. If she's doing that and she stays focused, she's going to get that world record. I'll put that prediction right here. Assuming she doesn't quit track. Because there's always that potential, like X-Men. He had so much potential in front of him, he winded up quitting. As when he got injured, he tried some more, and then he went there. If she stays injury-free, then that's where it is. What do you guys think about that one? I'm going to let y'all stew on what I just said there. She stole the attention away from it temporarily. She's got the potential to steal it away again. Because what wound up happening, I guess during Black History Month or something, February, Sha'Carri Richardson was trending. I don't really think she did anything big. Maybe it was some red carpet or awards, athletic awards. I think that's what was going on in February as well. And then she was really active on her Twitter, so I guess that's what was going on. But she hasn't done anything. So yeah. And by the way, for the people that are asking when she's running, she is not running in Nairobi, I think, based on her Instagram. And then, oh yeah, No Babe says she's running on June 4th. Coincidentally, that is my birthday. So I'm in for a treat for a lot of athletes running on my birthday. So in the future, I will be doing a birthday track meet. Probably do $1 million birthday track meet or something. for some vanity thing. I have no idea. But yeah, that's what I got covered today. Anybody got any words on that one? If you got any words on that one, that's fine. If not, then I'm going to end it here. Don't forget to check out our sponsor. Remember, lip service ain't real service. For the people that said you were going to support, I like to have you guys support on trackstars.io. Don't forget to, that's the official partner sponsor. I understand that I'm behind on both of them, but these are two separate entities. They are not together. So I have people that are running that, and they are doing a hell of a job over there. Definitely go check them out at trackstars.io. Mint one of those NFTs is roughly around 150 to 160. If you get that, that's going to help this summer. If we get these to sell out now, then this summer I will be giving away somewhere around $29,000, and then probably a bonus to the people that are holding those NFTs. So if these are able to sell out close to that 3,700 that we have for the pre-sale for the NFTs, then this summer we're going to be giving away $29,000 to the NFT holders that buy it in July before the World Championships, and those people that hold that are going to get that. So they said Shameless Sha'Carri still in hiding. Man, Woodism, you crazy. You always be coming up with the flame. But hey, until she comes out, this is some pent up marketing. I'm telling y'all, the marketing right here is she's a no-show. Think about this. She gets blown out. Think of Joshua Chep, the guy, real quick. This man is the world record holder, 10,000 on the roads, or he was. I think somebody else just broke his world record. The man was a world record, 10K on the roads, 5K on the roads, 5K on the track here, whatever, right? He went to the World Cross Country Championships and got himself blown out. He then became the Olympic champion in the 10K, world champion in the 5K, second silver in the he's Olympic champion in 5K, silver in the 10K or something like that. One of the two, and he was actually still recovering from injury last year. So this man has done a lot, but you wouldn't have been able to tell even 5-6 years ago because he got embarrassed. The only difference between Sha'Carri and this situation is really Sha'Carri has a mouth, kind of like Alan Webb, which is one of the fastest 1,500 meter athletes we had here, and the high school record holder for the USA for the mile. He had a mouth on him. He had a mouth. He was trash talking, and it didn't play out. So he kind of got embarrassed a little bit with that. Maybe him personally, not because I heard some of his interviews. But that's the only similarity. She has those. If you take out her trash talking and you look at her numbers to numbers, then yeah. Ashanti said if she's racing with other athletes that have run under 11 seconds so far, she'd be lucky with third place. I don't believe any smoke Gatlin is blowing. Hey, I'll take him. I'll take his word for it because there have been plenty of athletes that have run fast. I mean, in practices. I mean, technically, Asafa Powell never broke 9-7. But we saw him jog several times. Whereas, like, he set the world record after jogging and shutting it down after 60 or 70 meters. And it's like, okay, he ran a 9.73. He jogged it in. Literally shut down and jogged it in. And I'm like, the way he jogged, would he been 9.6 low, 9.5 something? I don't know. But you got to look at her from that way. Ayana Brown said it was very interesting. Let's see if she can capitalize on her fame. I knew one of them would have pulled out of the Nairobi meet. Yeah, I can't see Shelly Ann Fraser-Price pulling out. She already beat her. So, yeah, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price ain't got nothing to prove in the 200. Think about it like this. Shelly Ann Fraser-Price got so much of a resume. What does she look like pulling out the 200? The 100, I can see that, but she normally don't care early season. She'll take an L early season in the 100. But the 200, she got nothing to prove. So, the last thing I got to say here, this is the narrative. Okay. Take of it like a Chepta guy, but with Sha'Carri Richardson. She's 21 last year, 21. She's putting out some fast times, some very fast times for people her age. If you look at all of the other athletes that were putting out times at their age, in their respective ages, she's the fastest one to do it. I mean, at her age. So she's looking at that. She's getting pumped up in the head. She's feeling herself or whatever like that. So she's running a 10.72, right? She's running a 10.72, and then it amounts to her getting last place. Now, remember, after the Jamaican champs, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price in 2019, Prefontaine came second to last, right? But it kind of looked like she kind of got it. It's like she didn't even get out. I forgot what she said she was doing after that, but just on the surface, from the optics of it, she came second to last. Right after Jamaican champs, where she had ran a virtual tie with Elaine Thompson-Herah with that 10.73, was it not? So next thing we fast forward. She's a no-show. Rumors are that she's not really training. She's not doing this. But what if she is training? Let's just take it the positive perspective. What if she is training? This would be one hell of a marketing ploy if I ever saw one. This is one hell of a marketing ploy. Because if she comes out and she actually runs fast, whether she wins or not, that all that built up, where's Sha'Carri Richardson going? That some people are doing, like I said, in February, I wasn't posting videos, so you can't say it was me. February, she had interest in her, and she didn't do a race. She didn't do indoor season. She didn't schedule a race or nothing. And yet, she had more search results than Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, than Elaine Thompson-Herah, who was running indoor, than Shericka Jackson, if you really put her up there. Shericka Jackson doesn't have that. So Asante said, until she shows us something, Sha'Carri is akin to a one-hit wonder. She'll lay an egg, then talk trash how she don't need track to make money anyway. Is Sha'Carri training with Gatlin? D-Har said. Interesting. I think her mouth added to the pressure. That's on her now. Chev said. What is him? Drugston Judas Gatlin is training her how to collect silver medals. Hey man, what is him? I swear I'll bring you all for a comedy show one time. I swear. D-Har in the same camp as Gatlin, so you know what that means. You got the syringes, man. Come on, Shotty. Only Justice said, right, I think it would shock everybody if she opens up fast due to the rumors and the no-shows. One Titan said, I would love to see her in pre-Olympic form. Yeah, if you put that into perspective, I swear I'm still under the belief there's only two scenarios here. It's only two. She's either doing one hell of a marketing thing right here, or she really is a one-hit wonder akin to, except even worse because she didn't even get anything. What's her name in the freaking UFC? I was bringing it up in the Discord the other day. Who the heck was I bringing up, guys? What is her name in the UFC? God damn it. One of y'all about to bring it up here. But she came out. She came early. There was not as much competition in women's UFC fighting. Then they start saying, oh, she's pushing ticket sales and stuff. And I'm like, looking at YouTube videos, looking at this, looking at other analytics that I always do. I'm like, I don't necessarily believe the hype, because just like wrestling, men's and women's are blended together and they don't publicly disclose who's doing what, right? They don't publicly disclose. The only thing you could do is go on the trends of how much search results are going, and then also where the views are on the videos after the fights and everything. And so when I look at all of this, I'm like, nah, she ain't pushing in. Yeah, Ronda Rousey, there we go. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Ronda Rousey was doing a lot of trash talking, not a lot of training, and she got the bricks beat off of her. And I know that satisfied a heck of a lot of people. And some people are still looking out for her to get the bricks blown off of her and waiting for her to just come back in instead of where she's going, wrestling now or whatever, instead of UFC. So Ronda Rousey came up. One Titan said Rousey wasn't a one-hit wonder. She was a one-style wonder. Hey, however you want to word it, she came up, she got a lot of hype behind her, and then pop, 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 knocked out. When she came up with some competition, it was just boom. And then it's like she backed away. At that point, she wasn't able to do the same pull. The media tried to keep pumping her up. But I got to tell y'all with this. I don't believe the media. I never believe the media on anything that they say. I don't even care if they say something that is factually there. I don't believe them. I got to look up behind them. These trends show everything. The media will tell you anything. They're ready to feed you. They tell you black people are thugs. They commit most of the crimes, statistically impossible. And so on and so forth. The media will tell you anything and they'll just have you run with it. No, they're incorrect. They're incorrect. So the media will tell you, hey, Sha'Carri Richardson got the biggest thing here, and it will work in the beginning. And then they'll say over and over, and then it won't work. Some things stick, and then some things don't. They just run with that. So right now, Sha'Carri Richardson does have a lot of star power. If she can capitalize on this star power, and she got to do it quick. If she can capitalize on this star power, I think that she might actually have a media mouthpiece that can influence some people. Right now, she's just that one-hit wonder, just like Ashanti said. And I don't even know if she's a one-hit wonder, because she hasn't done anything. So that's all I got to say with this. Let me read these last comments, and then I'll be out of here. One Titan says she beat some of the top fighters. It's just like Nunes came around Holly Holmes. Oh, yeah, and Holly Holmes. Yeah, I got to give you that point. Mark Cristiano said, just catching a live. Yep. Go back at the beginning of this one. I had to boot somebody out here because they were there. Hey, if Godson, let me see. God's Warrior 777. You could definitely drop the Cash App. The rehabilitation fee to get your privileges back here in the chat would be $25. It's really not that much, but there you go. If you drop that in and say, this is God's Warrior, or just say God's Warrior in the comment, or shoot an email after you send a Cash App, I'll reinstate that. But for now, you are blocked out of this channel. Because look, I ain't got time for people talking crazy. This is not a democracy. I'm trying to help build this sport. I'm trying to help bring attention to these things, right? I'm trying to have a commentary here. There are other people that are doing it. Like I said, shout out to Ray, where he's doing on his thing. And all the other the other people, I'm forgetting their names. I swear, I only like to mention names when I can remember them. But shout out to everybody else that's doing that, right? Now, I don't be going out of my way to be watching everybody's stuff. I will say that, but I do notice that people are out there and they're doing their thing. And track and field needs to get the attention that it is. If it can bring the most views at the Olympics, there are people that know about track and field. There are people that know about it. Usain Bolt is getting more search results than anybody that's up on their screen right now, and he ain't even running. There are people still searching Usain Bolt more than the rest of these athletes right now. He's not even competing. I'll put him on the screen for proof. He's not even competing, and yet he's getting. Look at this. Everybody else ain't even registered. Usain Bolt is in green. Now, obviously, you put Alice and Felix up there, there's going to be another level to it. But look, Usain Bolt is in green. Oh yeah, this is worldwide, by the way. So his star power is still there. His star power is still there. He ain't running. That's why the video last year, I said the biggest winners of the Olympics were Sha'Carri Richardson, Usain Bolt. They didn't run Sha'Carri Richardson for a different reason. She got the star power and attention. But then Usain Bolt, this dude buying up freaking land. He's doing businesses and everything behind the scenes. He's trying to do his Usainly music brand, or that phrase that he's got. So I pay attention to this stuff. I look at numbers. So this is what I'm saying. Usain Bolt is over here, got bully pulpit power, and he's not even running. Imagine if he does come out of retirement, like what he was talking about, maybe getting back to running or something like that. Asafa Powell's still running, and he ain't even been on the radar. But I don't think his search results or anything like that. So I just want y'all to keep in mind, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. At the end of the day, the numbers will tell you what the truth is. I've presented my case today. Hopefully, you guys can see my side, even if you don't agree with it. And that's what I got today. And thank you all for coming out. You've been watching Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and like I said, otherwise, that are head and shoulders above the rest. Don't forget to come here. Remember, lip service ain't real service. For the people that said they were going to support this one, we need everybody behind the NFT that we can. We're trying to sell out all of them. We got a few people that have bought. Remember, come up here. It says Connect Wallet. It'll show a little dialogue. I don't want to click this at the very moment because it might show what's in my wallet here. But you would click Connect Wallet. They're going up until May 18th. Get them earlier rather than later. For the people that get this, you get voting rights within the things that we do. That may even extend to some voting rights for the track and field video game. It helps fund the videos that we will have, the fan-made videos, as well as it supports everything here. These are two separate entities. So the money that goes here does not go, or goes to the NFTs. Those do not all go toward the YouTube channel. Part of it will be to fund a potential track and field league where we're having things different, where we could try to have it where the athletes actually show up. But this would be baby money compared to what they would be getting. So we got to actually do the first phase, which are the pre-sales right now, versus the other one. If these do sell out enough, at least 3,000 of 3,700, then what'll happen is I'm going to be giving away $29,000 to people that are holding the next phase, and then a bonus for anybody holding these. So guys, definitely check that out, and thank you guys for coming out right now. Woodism said, keep doing your thing, ATR. Thank you. I appreciate that. D Har was like, what? Yeah, Usain Bolt. Yep, that one. Sha'Carri just tweeted that she ran a 10.68 in practice, but she deleted it soon after. Just saying, Pujita said 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that I'll believe it when she does it on the track. I believe that here are my closing thoughts. I believe that Sha'Carri Richardson is trolling us. I think she's trolling us unless I see her run. If she runs an opener race late in the season, right? I mean, the sponsors require her to show up a certain amount of time. This is overtime right now, by the way, guys. And this is literally my last thought. I said it now 3 times. The sponsors will require her to show up a minimum amount of times throughout the year. I mean, unless she's injured. So she's going to have to get all of her races in. So we're going to see her show up somewhere. Unless she gets injured, quote unquote. But I think this is a marketing thing. I think she's trolling us. It's a marketing thing. She's not stupid. I mean, she could have a large ego, just like what Ronda Rousey winded up doing and whatnot. Your ego could get ahead of you, sure. But I don't think that she's dumb. She is probably running fast in practices. I can only equate it to myself. I'm not on that level, but for myself, I surprised myself at sometimes I was running in practice just these last 2 or 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks actually. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I am much faster than I thought I was. I'm much faster than I thought I was. When I got on the track, I'm like, dang, I haven't been on the track, whatever. I got on the track, did something, and I said, whoa, 150 faster? Well, 150 slower than I thought it was, but everything else is faster. Everything else is faster. 300, 400, 800. And I'm like, okay, I get on the track, it'll be okay for me. So I got to say, it might be something like that for her. It might be something like that for her. She's doing things in practice, and she's going to come out and surprise a lot of people. And I got to say, I'm convinced at this point. The fact that she keeps saying that she's going to show up at a race and then not tells me she's trolling us, and it's a marketing ploy. I can't see somebody doing it otherwise. She got nothing to lose at this point. She ended the season, or she did so horribly last season that she can't do worse than that. What, she opens up at like 11 and then people will be like, oh, look at how she's doing. And then all you got to just do is be like, okay, I guess you could say Brianna Williams this person this one, because she's similar age to Brianna Williams, a little bit older. But then then people will say she doesn't have a gold medal. So she could just point to that, or just say, hey, look, I opened at 11, fair enough. And then be humble, or maybe not. And then she'll do her next race and get better. So it is what it is. No, what is upset? That girl is still smoking that cheap stuff. Anyway, I'll catch you all on the next one. Like I said,